Welcome to In Focus. I'm your host, Thuy Phan. Not too long ago, we took you on a ride along with Officer Goddard of the California Highway Patrol, and today we're going to show you the rest of what happened that night. Find out what the CHP does on an everyday basis and why they are more than just cops. When last we met, we got a chance to meet Officer Goddard and follow him as he navigated the freeways of Southern California's Orange County. We got to see a few stops and hear from Officer Goddard about why he does the work that he does.
A lot of people are like, oh, Highway Patrol, they just write tickets, or, you know, or whatever. They don't arrest real people maybe, or whatever. But to me, I mean, I have a family, I have kids, and the most important thing to me is them. So, you know, what's more dangerous, the guy with a warrant driving on the freeway, and he might have a gun in the car, which is a bad thing, but he's not going to shoot you, right? If he's driving next to you, probably not. But the drunk that's been drinking all night after work, and he drives, you know, he's taking the freeway home, and he could potentially kill you, and that's way more important. So I think the misconception is because DUI is like a huge thing for our department. We're trying to keep the mileage death rate down, you know, for every mile of highway in California. I don't know exactly where the death rate's at, but it's actually pretty low. It does have to do a lot with the new cars and technology and things like that, but you know, if we could get impaired drivers off the road, and there's definitely been times that you know, I've been like, hey, if we didn't stop that guy, he would have killed someone. He wouldn't have made it home. There's no doubt in my mind. And that's what's dangerous for me. As far as the misconception is people think that's all we do, but it could get pretty bad. You know, so I don't know. But like I said, it's just a job, and you just got to do it the best you can.
Several people were pulled over, some got tickets, and others just got a warning, all with the intent of making sure people are obeying the freeway laws and staying safe.
It's weird being in this car. It's black and white, and it's got a big light bar. But you'd be surprised, people, or what they think, or I don't know if it's a DMV thing or what, as far as education. But the speed limit says 65, and I mean, even when I'm in my personal car, I don't, you know, I get to drive quick when I'm working, you know, if I'm chasing someone or things like that. So in my personal car, if I see it, like a highway patrol officer down the road, I'm driving down the 405, I check my speed, and I'm like, oh, if I'm doing 70 and I'm gonna pass him, or 75, which is fast, it's 10 miles an hour the speed limit. I used to be surprised, like, I'll get passed at 75, sometimes 80, and I'm kind of like, and then I'll make a stop, and I'm like, yeah, I saw you, but I'm only going 75. You know, that's fair. That's, you know, give or take 10, right? And I don't understand where that thought was, or who told people that, but it's actually fairly common. So if I'm going 75 and I get passed, then yeah, I will definitely stop you. Writing a ticket, it just depends. But any kind of, I don't know when the last time you've been stopped, but in my eyes, any kind of enforcement doesn't necessarily need, you don't need a ticket as a result, but if you get stopped by a law enforcement officer, it's going to leave an impression, you know. So if I stop someone for speeding or whatever, and I give them a verbal warning, you know, next time they get on the road, they might be like, I just got pulled over by Officer Goddard, I better slow down, you know. So hopefully it's in their head, because remember the last ticket I got, I didn't 1 mile an hour of the speed limit, I wouldn't do it for like years. So I went to traffic school for 8 hours, and it was like torture. So I'm like, I'm not doing that ever again.
As we continue on the night, Officer Goddard hears a call for backup near where we are, and we head there. It's a possible stolen vehicle.
Copy 97 with S1.
So you've been in it?
55, 23. What's your 20? I'm at Beach
22 now. Beach at Garden Grove on a roller, possible stolen plate.
So it's just a motorcycle that's possibly stolen?
We are south of the point. Obviously, copy. Yeah, it's 20 in my van.
503.
John Sam 1.
So if those plates got swapped out, I don't understand how I was able to register it, and my registration papers have the same thing. But that bike as well was registered in Montgomery, Alabama. It got stolen in Texas when my brother-in-law had it.
So you think maybe that plate was part of that bike?
It could have gotten swapped over, yes sir.
Why would a plate get swapped over?
There's nothing intentionally done, sir. Like, please, sir, I am begging you. I can call my mother, I won't say a word, and she will tell you the bike. She will honestly verify the fact that I have a Yamaha
Alabama.
Is this a Suzuki?
2730.
So it matches?
Again, license got a
So what we have here is Arizona plate, the guy's, or Alabama plate. He ran it, there's a possible stolen plate. We ran the vehicle identification number. It came back that it was correct, but he does have a couple suspensions on his license, so we will be taking the motorcycle because he's just been suspended for a couple times. So I'm gonna fill the form out and we'll get him on the way and we'll be out of here.
Don't know why, don't know how, whatever. But
like
bring
an
your
accidental
paperwork.
reprint or something retarded or...
As they find out more details, they decide to impound the vehicle, and we continue on since they have enough backup where they are. When dealing with the freeway and accidents, one thing that's sure to come up is fatalities, and I asked Goddard how he prepares himself for seeing this gruesome side of it, and he says there isn't a tried and true method.
I don't think there's a way that you can prepare yourself. When the call comes out, if you already know that it's a fatality, you kind of have that mindset, but if you don't, if it comes out like no details of an accident and you get there and you find out, you're kind of caught off guard. But and I've been asked this question before, like my brothers and things like that. It's just it's different, and I think I would react different if I wasn't working and would see it. But I'm working, just like your job. You're working, so you don't really. At the moment, you don't think that way, and for some reason, your mind, it's not. I mean, it's when you're looking at it, it almost looks fake sometimes. To me, at least, it does. And I don't know if it's your mind trying to trick yourself, saying it's not real, or it's just Hollywood is really good at depicting, death because it doesn't. It looks real in the movies, but it doesn't look real when you see it in real life, kind of. And it just, after the fact, it does affect me. When I go on my days off or something, and I just hear, because something like that is very tragic, and to me, that's very tragic, and that's a big part of the job is enforcement to try to slow people down, and you're driving a 4,000-pound death machine that could, 80 miles an hour down the road, and you could easily hurt someone. And it happens all the time. So, if you're just coming home from dinner and you're going to meet your husband or wife or kids, and hey, I'll be home in 10 minutes, and you never make it, that's tragic for me at least. And like if someone gets cancer, I look at it two different ways, like death, right? Like if you have some terminal disease, which is horrible by all means, but you kind of know what's coming. It's not like the stuff that we deal with is spur of the moment, like it just happened, and we have to, sometimes we have to notify families of death, and it's just really hard, and they don't teach you that. I'm going to stop right here for this disabled vehicle. So they don't teach you that, so it's kind of hard. How's it going? Just a flat?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna be okay?
It's okay.
All right. I'm gonna hang out here until you get it fixed, okay?
Okay.
Just with my lights on and stuff, all right?
Okay.
Okay, why don't you guys, you get the light, you're man in the light, ma'am. Will I have you sit in the seat and put your seatbelt on?
Oh, me?
Yeah, just the less people out here, the better, all right? I'll stay here with my lights on until you get finished, okay, sir?
Okay, thank you.
This is kind of a bad, not too much bad spot, but he's only, 4 feet from the shoulder where cars are going 65 to 80 miles an hour. So we're gonna hang out until he gets his tire changed. East 22 west of Golden West with a BO right rear. Is FSB still 10-8? A guy was out of gas, walking with his gas can, got hit and killed. So just walking on the shoulder because he ran out of gas. So we try to hang out as much as possible, keep it safe for people like this. So we don't always just write tickets and things like that. We're still out here trying to lend a hand.
As we sit and wait for the gentleman to fix the flat, it becomes apparent that they are missing the part to change the tire, and Officer Goddard goes to see what he can do.
Well, I guess I don't have one. Sir, I don't have a lug nut wrench.
What?
I don't have a wrench.
No?
No, what's wrong with the one that you have?
This too much loose, that one.
Let me see. Ah, this is not for this car?
I don't know, this coming in this.
I thought I had one in my trunk, but I don't.
No having.
Where was this?
That's all.
Where was it? It was in the kit?
Yeah.
No, it's too loose.
Oh. Okay, I'm not west.
You got someone coming?
No, I don't have any friends coming.
All right, we'll sit back down. We'll sit back down there waiting.
As we wait for the gentleman's friend to come, another officer arrives and we head to another call.
I'm at the 22 Golden West, but Green just got here. He's gonna help these people out. I'm gonna take off. I'll go to the crash. 5543, you can 102241. I'm 98. 23 is gonna be standing by with that party. I'll be en route to the TC.
Coming up after the break, find out what happens when 10 o'clock rolls around. You definitely don't want to miss it. Stay with us. Welcome back to In Focus. I'm your host, Phan. Before the break, you had a chance to see the CHP at work and see what can happen on a typical work night. In this segment, we'll find out if there are more people who will walk away with a lesson learned. At 10 p.m., the officers head back to headquarters, switch cars, and pair up. It is the law and for their safety that they travel together after 10.
Our policy statewide is from the hours of midnight to 4 in the morning, unless you're a supervisor, you can't patrol by yourself. So you have to be with a partner, like 2 officers in a car, from midnight to 4.
We switch cars and head out once again and come upon another stranded vehicle. The officers stop traffic to give the people in need some time and space to get to a safe spot.
554397.
54397, 45 Valley, 5561, go ahead.
5561.
what's wrong with your car?
No bueno. I think it's my friend for me.
Okay, hop. Will it push? Hop out. Hop out, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Walk over to the side, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, hurry, we gotta hurry. I know, come on. We're in the middle of the road, come on. No, leave it open, come on. No, you, come here. Walk over to the side. Walk.
See, come on.
Okay, why don't you stay in your car and put your seatbelt on, okay?
5 minutes.
That's okay. We just had to get you off the road, okay? So just stay in the car and put your seatbelt on. Okay? Right on this side, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, he'll come in.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
He's got help coming. His car stopped in the middle of the road. As you can see, it was a traffic hazard. People going around it, very unsafe. Luckily, it's still fairly early in the evening, so there's a lot of traffic. But if it was 2 or 3 in the morning, it'd probably be a different story. So we just have to get him over to the side. He has a friend coming to help him out. So, and then we're on our way.
From the back seat, you can tell just how fast we were traveling, but good thing these officers are trained and in control. We come upon another car that is speeding, and these officers flag them down.
Merge over to your right. Merge over. Do not stop, merge over and exit the freeway. Go across the lines and exit the freeway. Merge across the lines and exit the freeway.
86 Cozy 2 on the gray. Closure.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Do not stop. Exit the freeway. Exit. Exit. Exit the freeway. Speed up and exit the freeway. Exit the freeway. Exit the freeway. Do not stop. Exit the freeway. 88 to 30.
Cozy 2 on the gray. If you can copy, go ahead.
Westbound 91 from Raymond to the 5. Number 1 lanes closed till 0500.
Well, we're not doing that.
Cozy 2, I copy westbound 91, east 21185 flatbed. 9310 for 21185 flatbed. 329 clear.
Make a right turn into the first driveway. Turn right into the first driveway.
Last 4 4321 to left of Carrillo out of Los Angeles.
Pull straight ahead. All the way into the parking stall. Roll your windows down. Roll your windows down. No, that's 2. We got 2. You come out. Good evening, sir. Is your driver's license, registration, insurance?
Yes, sir. Where's registration?
You pull out for me?
There you go, sir. Yeah, that's registration.
You have insurance? Is this your car, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Is this your current address in Garden Grove?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason we stopped you is because you were exceeding the 65-mile-an-hour speed limit. You know how fast you're going?
Oh, but I was going in the carpool, sir. I was going in the carpool.
Okay. But why I stopped you is because your speed, not because you're in the carpool lane.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
You know how fast you're going? You weren't paying attention to your speed at all?
No, I was going to the carpool, that's fine.
You're going into the carpool? I don't understand.
Well, when you're driving the carpool, I mean, I don't know what's the speed on the carpool. Like speed
65 miles an hour.
65. Oh,
But
sorry.
you're going well above that even before you got in the carpool lane.
Sorry about
Okay.
that, sir.
What's the reason for the speed?
Nothing, I was just driving.
You don't know how fast you're going?
No, I really didn't look at it, so.
Okay.
He's
Are
driving.
you on probation and parole?
Yeah, I'm on parole.
For what?
It's for residential, but a long time
For
ago.
what?
Residential, a long time ago.
How long ago?
5 years ago.
Okay. All right, where you headed to right now?
No, I'm going to drop her off at her house.
Where you coming from?
Coming from the session.
From a what?
The session.
What's a session?
It's a domination.
Okay.
He's driving me, that's it.
You're driving her?
Yeah, that's it. So.
Okay, hang tight, all right?
All right.
This gentleman's on parole for a residential burglary, and he stated that he was driving fast because he was in the carpool lane. So he thought there was a different speed limit, maybe. So we'll see. We're gonna check his parole terms, and if he's good to go, we'll just write him a ticket and send him on his way. Especially someone who lives in locally, he's probably grew up here all his life. 65 is the speed limit no matter what, unless you're on the interstate, like going out to Vegas or somewhere, it's 70. But yeah, it's. I mean, if you have a license, you took your driving test, and that's one of the questions on the driving test is speed limit. So it's just kind of the way. And not knowing is not really an excuse. Like I said, the DMV. I'm not. It's been a while since I've taken my test, but I'm biased, I guess. Okay, you're gonna get something in the mail in a couple of weeks from the court, but for any reason you don't, just
Give him a call?
just give him a call or contact him. All of your date, court information is down below your signature. Okay.
This gentleman does get the ticket and accepts that he was speeding.
Well, we were speeding. We didn't know we were speeding, and we're back on our way. Sorry about that, sir.
That's all right.
Didn't mean to speed.
Does this make you want to go slower and stuff, or does getting a ticket, does it make you?
Well, yeah, of course, because now I gotta find that I gotta pay, that I got no money to pay. But now there's something more on top. I should have known better. I should have went slower, yeah. And it's safer for the community too.
Good answer.
Yeah. Sorry about that, sir.
All right, you guys have a nice night. You know how to get back to the freeway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
And with that, we finish off my time with the officers. I'm glad to say there were no fatalities or drunk drivers causing accidents on my watch. Needless to say, the job that these highway patrolmen do is invaluable. They truly help keep the roadways safer for you and I and offer assistance when they can. It takes walking a day in someone else's shoes to appreciate and understand where they come from. Hopefully they will stay safe out there keeping us safe and let me go if they ever catch me going over the speed limit. Until next time, we hope you learn more, live more, and as always, stay in focus. Thanks for watching.